Michael, can you talk a little bit about the atmosphere of Crosstown? This is your first year at wrestling, as a senior. You've seen it for 3 years as as a spectator through a fan's perspective. Can you talk a little bit about what it's like to see it through a wrestler's eyes now that you're in your first year?
Well, Crosstown, it's very, very, very high energy. It's big. It's state and then divisionals and then Crosstown for us. It's bragging rights year round, and I haven't wrestled long enough, so I don't really have a lot of I don't have bragging rights at all. But wrestling, for me to wrestle Seth and stay so close with a state contender, it's big for me. The energy is just like it's through the roof. Like the fans are really loud, the coaches are super involved, the wrestlers are really involved, and the fans they're just insane. They're super.
You've really learned a lot from Seth, throughout your wrestling career, haven't you? And can you talk a little bit about what you have learned from him and how much he's helped you become a better wrestler?
Seth, when we go to tournaments, Seth will teach me. We'll talk about like people he's wrestled and that I haven't wrestled, and like what I should do to like what they like to do and what I should do to like counteract that. He's taught me a lot about with other heavyweights that they're super slow, like more heavy on their hands, and just to not tie up for example, or shoot outside, don't go under them so they can't sprawl on me or anything. And he's just super supportive of me. Like even if I feel like, oh hey, this isn't going to be a good match, he's like, oh, it's going to be a good one. Like you got it. And just super supportive.
You're about on the cusp of divisionals and state. It's less than a month away now for being in the postseason. Can you talk about how much Crosstown, the atmosphere of Crosstown, kind of gets you ready for those bigger crowds that you'll be facing come divisionals? Because this is going to be your first go around with all of that experience too, as well, isn't it?
Oh well, Crosstown, it's gonna be a fairly big crowd, and then going to divisionals is gonna be twice as big. There's gonna be more people than just one or two. There's just the two teams. Mm-hmm. There'll be all the teams and JV people too, and it's just Crosstown. It'll get me ready for the bigger crowd. There's big crowds at our tournaments, and Crosstown is the energy and how the people are there, and I'll be ready.
How much did that energy and the crowd did you kind of feed off of when you were wrestling, Seth?
A lot actually. The way how loud they are kind of just gets me going, and for them to be, I can hear them all yelling my name and stuff, and I'm just well, hey, they're all here for me. I gotta do something, and so that would just feed me, and I'd do what I needed to do. Just fell a little short, but next time.
Is that tough wrestling Crosstown? Because for most of the year, those are your friends over there too, as well. Yeah,
me and Seth, we're good. We're really close, and me and a bunch of the other kids are pretty close. And wrestling with Seth is like, it's okay. Like I love Seth, and we talk to each other, and we make sure like, hey, let's not hurt each other. Like it's a long season. Let's not hurt. Let's go out there and compete. Let's just not hurt each other.
How much does this get you ready for divisionals, and and state possibly? Are you pretty excited about going to those things? Especially this is your first year as a senior, right? You got a late start, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm really excited for divisionals state. My coaches believe me like tremendously. They think I do really good. So Crosstown with the energy and the way everybody is, and the way we wrestle in practice, and it'll get me ready to go. Divisionals is gonna be really big. I'm gonna be really nervous, but I'm gonna have to get past that part. So
this is kind of getting you prepped for that, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's definitely prepping me so I can get with the bigger crowd. I don't wrestle in front of huge crowds. Usually I'm one of the last matches, being the heaviest kid. So
anything else you'd like to add?
No.